Hello and welcome to the PC Security channel. Another AV review coming your way, and this time it is Quick Heal Internet Security. I've only tested this product once before, and that was a long time ago. Its performance was, well, bad to say the least. But times change, and along with them, things do as well. So we're finally going to do another test for this product from India, where I think it is quite popular. To start, I'm going to show you that it is up to date. I did that a few seconds ago. My thoughts on the UI are pretty mixed. So on one hand, it's not completely horrible, the design scheme, although it does seem a little bit dated with the different kind of update window. And as you will see, some of the pop-ups have a completely different and old design scheme as well. But the main user interface seems alright, except it's a little bit confusing to navigate, so it's not very well thought through. The reason I say that is because it took me a while to figure out where to find the settings to change the scan parameters. You would expect that to be in settings, but it's not, because the individual settings happen to be in separate places. So you have different components and each of them have their settings tied to them. So it takes a little bit getting used to. It's not the best UI, I'd say, but it gets a pass. Before we proceed, I am going to change the default action to delete. We don't even need a backup because this is just a test. I don't really care about losing any files. It's not like I'm particularly fond of my malware. And that should be good to go. So now I'm going to disable the protection temporarily and drag in some files. See, this is the window I was talking about, so UI-wise it's not the most polished product. Also, I should mention that I've already witnessed this product crash twice during the update process, and I've only had it for like 20 minutes, so it's not the most stable. But we're here to test it against malware, and that's the most important part. So I have 449 samples here, which I'm going to do a context menu scan for and let Quick Heal delete whatever it finds. Let's make sure that it is actually deleting the files, and it is. It's not repairing them, which it does seem to be able to do, which is nice. I've already done some initial testing with this, so I know the scan takes a long time. Way too long for me to talk through, especially for a late night test like this. So I'm going to pause the video and be right back when it is all done. The scan is finally finished, and we can check how many items we have left in the folder. 92, which gives us a detection ratio of 79.5%. These files are kind of new. Most of them should be less than a week old, but still, I would strongly recommend that you check out some of the other tests I've done recently, and you might find that there are a lot of products that would do better. But anyway, detection is not the end game. What we really want to see is whether or not Quick Heal can protect our system. So what I'm going to do now is turn the shields back on, and then we'll start executing these files one by one and see if it can protect us. This is the real-time test, and it should tell us a lot about their zero-day defenses. Ooh, the system just restarted in the middle of the test. I didn't do that. It was just the malware. That generally does not spell good news for the AV product, but we'll see. Well, at least we still have our samples folder, so we can continue with the test. I'll just run a few more and then we can go ahead and get to the results. I've rebooted the system, run CCleaner, and it seems we again have a case of active malware. These couple of files I cannot delete because they're active on the system. They're running at startup. All I can do is skip, and Now we're going to look at the second opinion scan results. Malwarebytes found a ton of stuff. Most of this is malware. We have registry key, file, folder, process, everything. There's this one Trojan agent that seems to be worrying me the most. It seems to have its own service as well. Other than that, it's just adware stuff, which is not too bad, I guess, but there's definitely a lot of it. Now let's take a look at Hitman Pro and the same result. It seems we have a malicious service, which is not a good thing. We have 2 of those apparently. And then we have some generic riskware. Again, these are things that are called Trojans by Hitman Pro. Malwarebytes calls them adware. I think they're more like adware, but they are both active. And then we have a suspicious registry key. Should you buy it? No. Come on, don't buy it. It's a little bit disappointing because I did see a lot of those 0-day alerts coming in. In the real-time test, I saw the behavior blocker in action. So the product has definitely improved a lot since the last version. I mean, the last version was so bad, I think people were even joking, calling it quick infect. This time it's a lot more serious. It feels like a relatively put together AV product. I mean, all the components seem to be working. But the problem is the competition has also advanced. The minimum standards for a paid AV are much higher now. Given that you can get something like Bitdefender free or Kaspersky free that would outshine this in both detection ratio and 0-day capabilities, there's very little reason to buy this. It seems to be heavily pushed in India and some other countries where a lot of people just buy it for no reason. But guys, don't do that. Do your research. I think you can get way better protection, especially at the price they're offering. That's going to be it for me. I could have done a more in-depth ransomware test or something, but that doesn't seem necessary because just on the basis of these results, it kind of disqualifies itself for a serious recommendation. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Like and share if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to the PC Security channel, and as always, stay informed, stay secure. Hopefully not like this.